Hello! Welcome to a very fun announcement and a TBR. Once again, Jessi from the Bookish Mum and I are teaming up for a little project. We are both subscribed to some subscription boxes. So I get Fairy Loot and Illumicrate, and Jessi gets Fairy Loot, Illumicrate and Owlcrate, and neither of us are particularly good about keeping on top of reading the books from those boxes, even though for the most part we are actually really genuinely excited to read the vast majority of those books. So we decided that we would set ourselves a little reading challenge in the month of October where we would prioritise reading our sub-box books. So that's what we're going to do. I have all of my hardback TBR here, and so the vast majority of these are from book boxes. So I'm going to go through and show you all of the ones that I have, and then I'm going to tell you which ones I am prioritising. Before I get into that, there are just a few books that I am reading for buddy read type purposes. So the first one of those is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I want to reread Skyward and Starsight before the third book, Cytonic, comes out in November. So I'm reading Skyward in October and then Starsight in November and then Cytonic at the end of November when it comes out. And funnily enough, Skyward was actually my very first ever book subscription box book, so there's some poetry there that I quite enjoy, so I'm going to be reading or rereading that one. I'm also going to be continuing on with the Live Ship Traders series by Robin Hobb. So I read Ship of Magic in September, or this month, with Joanna from Joanna Sosa, and I'll be continuing on and reading Mad Ship in October, and then I will also be reading book 4 in the Wheel of Time series, which is The Shadow Rising by Robert Jordan, with my friend Stephanie from Stephanie's Bookverse. So I will go ahead and link all of those channels, including Jessi, of course, from the Bookish Mums channel, down below. So those books are books that I've already kind of committed to reading. These are on top of that, but I've had a pretty good reading month in September, and I think that was because I had just a few books that I had to read and then I was mood reading the rest of the time. So although I'm going to tell you which of these I'm currently feeling most in the mood for, I am still just going to mood read within this, so it very well might change, but we'll get into it. So let me just move some things off this shelf so that I can get to the books easily. Now, some of these books are sequels or special edition books that I've bought from various book services, and I'm going to show you them for the sake of completeness, but technically I shouldn't prioritise those because they're not actually subscription box books, they're just add-ons that I've spent my money on in addition. So we have The Damned by Renee Ahdieh, which is the sequel to The Beautiful. I did actually start that a few months ago and then transpired I just wasn't really in the mood for it, so I put it down. I also have now received my Fairy Loot special editions of the Blood and Ash series, so I haven't yet read Kingdom of Flesh and Fire or The Crown of Gilded Bones. I will show you these properly in my book haul for this month, so you can stay tuned for that one. Technically, again, these shouldn't count towards this challenge, but I am very tempted to read Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. Then we have The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke. This one, so all of those were Fairy Loot books. This one's an Illumicrate book. I think Jessi has read this one already, actually. I think she read an arc of it, in fact. Then we have Incendiary by Zoraida Cordova. This one might be one of the oldest on here. I can't remember, but this one was a Fairy Loot. I've been subscribed to Fairy Loot for a lot longer than Illumicrate, I think I've been subscribed to Illumicrate for coming up to a year. I think my first box was December last year, but I've been subscribed to Fairy Loot for, I want to say 3 years now, so longer. Shielded by Kaylin Flanders, that one's Fairy Loot. Then we have another Fairy Loot. This one is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This one was Illumicrate, I think, Master of One by Jada Jones and Danny Bennett. Oh no, this one was Fairy Loot. Fairy Loot as well. Forest of Souls by Laurie M. Lee. This one was Fairy Loot. 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. This one is Fairy Loot as well, I believe. Yep, this one's Fairy Loot too. The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni, also Fairy Loot. She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. This one is Illumicrate, I believe. Doesn't actually say, but I'm pretty sure this one was an Illumicrate one. Yeah, it says on the back actually, Illumicrate exclusive. Then this guy up here. Then we have The Wolf and the Woodsman. This one was Illumicrate. I'm not very good at remembering this, am I? This one very much does not say anywhere where this one was from. I feel like this one was, I don't know, basically, but this is The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reed. The Bright and the Pale by Jessica Rubinkowski. Pretty sure this one was Fairy Loot. Yep. These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. Fairy Loot as well. Yep. Fairy Loot, this one. We then have Witches Steeped in Gold by Shannon Smart. This one was definitely Fairy Loot. And ooh, we've got Fire with Fire by Destiny Soraya, which is also Fairy Loot. Maybe I'm better at reading the Illumicrate ones than the Fairy Loot ones, because it seems like I've got a lot more Fairy Loot here than I expected. We have In the Ravenous Dark by A.M. Strickland, which I'm actually currently reading. That one was an Illumicrate. And then we also have, actually let me take that out from there, pop it up there for now. Then we have The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. This one was Illumicrate. Okay, my card just filled up, so I don't know what bit I got before it stopped filming. So we have The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. This one was from Illumicrate. The angle is getting a little bit difficult now, but I have my special editions of the Ember and the Ashes series by Fairy Loot. So I have Reaper at the Gate and Skaiad's the Storm still to read from that. And then another Fairy Loot one is Star Daughter by Shweta Thakrar. And then finally, the very last one here is This Golden Flame by Emily Victoria. I do also have Afterlove at the top by Tanya Byrne, which is actually a paperback, but this is all the hardbacks. Okay, so which ones am I prioritising? My number one priority is 6 Crimson Cranes. I am super excited to read this one. It is stunning, which is not why I'm excited to read it. I mean, it is a little bit, if I'm being perfectly honest, but it is just absolutely beautiful, this edition. Again, this one is a Fairy Loot edition, and it's just stunning. So this one is a retelling, a fairy tale retelling, and it's about a princess whose brothers get turned into cranes, and every time she speaks one of her brothers will die. So she has to figure out how to resolve that problem without speaking. So very excited for that one. I'm also super excited to read The Prison Healer. So this is going to be another priority. This one is also a Fairy Loot special edition. Very, very pretty. Super pretty. And this one is about Kiva, who is a healer in a prison, funnily enough, and there's this new inmate who is injured and she has to try to heal her but is not going to be able to, and if they want to escape from this prison then this particular new inmate has to compete in this competition, but they can't because they're injured, and so Kiva decides that she's going to compete instead. And if you know anything about me, you know I love a competition trope. I am super excited to read She Who Became the Sun as well. This one I think is an Illuminate edition. Yep, the sprayed edges are just incredible on this one. Love them. And the naked hardback is very pretty. And we have a reversible dust jacket also. So this is another one I'm very excited to read. This one follows a character named Zhu Chongba, who her and her twin brother or just brother, can't remember, her brother anyway, is prophesied to for greatness, and her prophecy is to be nothing, and then unfortunately her brother dies, and so she decides that she is going to take over his destiny. So that one's very exciting. I'm pretty sure that my library hold for the audiobook of These Violent Lights is going to come in soon. That one's a Romeo and Juliet retelling, so I'm looking forward to reading that one. I'm also super keen to read Witches Steeped in Gold, which follows two sisters, Uriah and... are they sisters? Maybe they're not sisters. Two witches anyway, Uriah and Jasmine, and they're kind of enemies but they have to team up. So excited to read that one. As I said, I'm quite keen to continue on with the Blood and Ash series, so I might go ahead and read Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. Very, very, very super duper beautiful editions here. Very pretty. And I also am quite keen to continue on with the Ember in the Ashes series as well, so I might also go ahead and read A Reaper at the Gates, which I'll show you as well. Looks like this. Also very pretty. Very, very nice indeed. So I might read that one too. So I guess those are my sort of priorities. I mean, I'm really keen to read all of them, to be honest, but I have to be realistic. I'm not going to manage to read every single one of these, but those are my options. If there are any that you would like me to prioritise in this reading challenge for the purposes of review, then let me know. I am going to try and vlog consistently throughout this reading challenge because that's kind of the point, but I haven't been so good about that recently, so we'll see how that goes. But that is this reading challenge. Hopefully you are excited. I am certainly excited. Oh, I just realised there is actually one more subscription box book that is technically on my physical TBR, although I'm still undecided about whether I even actually want to read this one. And that is The Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff, which I literally just unboxed in the last last video that I just filmed because I'm filming multiple videos at once. So technically that's there as well. As I mentioned in my unboxing, which I will link somewhere. Not sure how to feel about that one, but anyway, super excited for this reading challenge, super excited to read these books with Jessi. I will again have her channel linked down below, so do go and check out her announcement and TBR video for this reading challenge. Don't forget to also check out Ponderful Books down in the description, which is my book recommendation service. And that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more like this from me, then do think about hitting that subscribe button, and I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks. Bye.